Hey everybody who's joined me along this soul detox reset journey. Gonna go ahead and follow you all up to date with the day 16 through 19. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the affirmations for you all. Day 16 was boundaries. I create healthy, happy experiences in my life by guarding my heart from everything that doesn't bring me. Day 17, expansion. I am releasing the limits on my life and I expand my perception of what's possible for me. Day 18, awakening. I am alert and awakening to the power of the divine at work in me and around me. Day 19, purpose. I was created to make a difference in the world. I impact everyone around me with the gift that God has given me. All right, guys. Let's see. It's been a very eventful week from the very last video that I updated you all on. Aside from my own journey that I've been going through with this detox, um, I have not been doing my share of meditation and my expectations of water intake the past few days. I feel like it's been like a really big challenge and test on my behalf as far as external issues that are going on, and how I've been able to deal with them has definitely been a challenge. Of course, I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to keep on moving and challenge myself every single day. It's just like I said, it's been a test. Like I have the previous couple videos, I want to go ahead and go through these affirmations and what they mean to me and how they have influenced my life as of lately. So, with boundaries, I create healthy, happy experiences in my life by guarding my heart from everything that doesn't bring me. I think it's very important to set boundaries within yourself and with other people around you. This falls hand in hand with being surrounded by the wrong people or the wrong influences that may knock you off your path or your journey in life. So it's very important to create positive, healthy goals for yourself and to surround yourself with positive, influential people who are supporting your journey and supporting your goals and your dreams, and not allowing the naysayers or the negativity to bring you down along your path. It's always good to guard your heart, and that's why it's good to separate yourself from the people who aren't trying to better themselves, because it's kind of contagious. You surround yourself with people who aren't trying to better themselves or do anything with their lives, then you kind of fall in that same mode as well. So again, it's important to set those boundaries with who you surround yourself with and what you want to do in life, because if you don't, then it's only going to delay your progress. With expansion, I am releasing the limits on my life and I expand my perception of what's possible for me. I think this has a lot to do with not really like, what's the term I'm looking for? Oh gosh, I had like a mind freeze for a second. Knowing that the possibilities are limitless. Don't downgrade or belittle the circumstances of what your capabilities may be. Like, you always want to strive and push yourself to be bigger and better at what you're already doing. Not better than anybody else, but better than what you're already doing for yourself. So just like, it's like letting go of that persona that you are not capable of doing better. Expanding your sources and expanding your sight and your visions to the extreme, even if it like sounds like out of this world and impossible. It's like opening the possibilities of what could be and what is possible. I think I just repeated myself, but you get my drift, you understand. So don't limit what you are capable of. If you do, then you'll forever stay in this small little box, whenever outside of that small box is always so much more. I posted a video. I actually did a live feed on Facebook the other day, in regards to, just when you're born, you're given the world. Are you going to just look at it, or are you going to actually do something with it or about it? There's so much more out there to offer for yourself. You're not just a speck. Well, we're considered a speck on the earth, but don't allow your position to be just a speck on the earth. Touch as much of it as you can. Awakening. I am alert and awakening to the power of the divine at work in me and around me. So when you become spiritually in tune with yourself and wise and knowledgeable to what's going on around you and how far you've come and the progress and the truth of who you are and the truth that surrounds you, it ascends you to a higher level of understanding, and with that comes an awakening. You won't awaken spiritually or in tune with yourself once. You'll do it repeatedly throughout your life. Every time, I feel like every time you accomplish some type of challenge in your life, it just awakens a higher level of knowledge to where what you had to go through in order to go through that, and it teaches you a lesson of what to either steer away from or what you can do better in case the situation arises back in your life. So being fully open and able to receive that you will awaken and you can awaken to the miracles and the blessings that are around you, and knowing that it's within you the whole time, like that power you hold inside yourself. So again, don't let nobody limit your capabilities to what is offered to you. It's like you already have this platter of blessings sitting before you. Don't allow anybody to push it away from you, because honestly, the only one that can push it away from you is yourself. If you grasp onto it and realize, hey, that's mine, then you're going to be served that on a full course meal if you are awakened to your inner truth. And all right, and so day 19, purpose. I was created to make a difference in the world. I impact everyone around me with the gift God has given me. Now, for years, I have felt like I have been placed on this earth to fulfill a purpose, and every single day for like years, I just asked God to guide me and lead me and show me what my purpose was, because I knew I had a purpose. I just didn't quite know what it was and how I was supposed to get there. And then eventually, whenever I awakened to the truth of who I was and the truth that was around me, God showed me what my purpose was, and my purpose was to reach out to family, friends, loved ones, strangers, just with my experiences and my journey. Like a long time ago, I always wanted to be an inspirational speaker and speak out to people with the story of my life, because everybody each has their own story, but it depends on how we use that story to define us. Are we going to allow it to make us, or are we going to allow it to break us? And I honestly feel like that my story could inspire a lot of people to not give up. There's people out there who've had it a lot worse than I have, and what's bad for me could be minor to others, and vice versa. So, I was finally shown what my purpose was, and that is to guide and lead people who are lost, who are confused, who are behind in their goals, who just don't have that strife and that motivation to push forward. Like life is very meaningful and precious to me, and I just want to be able to allow that to rub off on others, so therefore that they can awaken themselves and find what their true calling is. Once you find what your true calling is, then everything else just kind of falls in place, like as far as career-wise and personal relationships, and just our overall abundant happiness really falls back on what your purpose is. So, That's kind of like a brief, and a brief kind of opening to what these affirmations are and what they mean to me. And like I said, past few days have been kind of rough and kind of challenging and very emotional. I can say that this month has been, man, actually the past few months, I take that back, has been very, very hard mentally and emotionally for me. It has caused me to see differently in people and my own self. And my biggest challenge is just standing in my truth and trying not to be fazed by what other people think of me or um, how they may believe in what it is that I'm trying to do in life. It's been kind of disappointing watching the people that I care about the most kind of not really being supportive of me and not really caring too much about how I feel about matters. So that's what's caused my delay in this progress during this challenge is just reminding myself that, it's not always easy and the challenge isn't supposed to be doing it perfectly but only by my progress in it and how I'm supposed to uh, how I'm supposed to move forward with it. So like I said, I did a live video on Facebook. If anybody has a Facebook and wants to add me, I go by Starla, Starla, Ray, Rae. I plan on making live videos at least once a week talking about daily matters, any issues or struggles that we face as a generation and in this era, because there's a lot of people who have not dealt with properly certain traumatic events in their life or just certain issues that we struggle with on a regular. Um, I think it went very well, and I hope that it reached a lot of people. Just like, I know I don't have any subscribers on here yet, but eventually I hope and pray that, my words will use some type of power towards people and inspire people not to give up in life. So I'm going to try my best to take the remaining few days to really get back on the routine of meditating when I wake up and my exercise and increasing my water intake because, I'm still drinking my water. I'm just not drinking as much as I was. I'd say probably like a liter at the most past few days. Um, I've just been kind of busy and busy mentally and just busy physically, just trying to cope with it all. And drinking water was the last thing on my mind. So I'll continue to make these videos, allowing myself to speak open about this journey for me. And I hope everyone has a blessed evening, and I will see you all soon.